Hello and welcome to this series of videos looking at reading at Binfield Primary. In this video we will look at a Year 5 child at greater depth level. You'll be able to hear what they're reading and some questions the teacher has for them.
Reese stretched his arms out and rubbed his hands together, preparing to make the trek to the ball. It was probably a whole 200 steps away. That was far enough to have the children shaking their boots. After a moment's hesitation, Reese finally made the first careful step off the wood platform and onto the snow. He froze. The other children held their breath. Nothing happened. The children breathed out in relief. As quietly and as quickly as he could, Reese trotted over to the ball. His oak fur boots made a gentle puff, puff, puff noise as he padded through the snow. He was about 100 steps away from the ball now. 50, 20, Ash could barely watch yet. He could bring himself to look away. Sweat trickled down his neck despite the cold. 10 steps. 5 steps. 1. "I've got it," Reese cried, hoisting up the ball. He quickly covered his mouth with a hand, shocked at the volume of his voice. "Bring it back," Flair whispered as loud as he dared. With a nod, Reese began to jog back. "He's gonna make it," said Shine. Ash laughed in relief. Then, phew, snow erupted into the air like water from a geyser. The children staggered back as freezing slush rained down on them.
So how do you know? Can you find me any evidence from the text that shows me that the children are nervous? What do they do, or what do they say?
Sweat trickled down their necks.
Fantastic. Any other bits?
Ash could barely watch.
Right, he could barely bear to watch. And what does Reese do when he's lifted up the ball and he says, "I've got it"?
He quickly covered his mouth with his hand.
Why do you think he did that?
Because he's shouting loudly and he's meant to be quiet.
He's meant to be really quiet. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Jess.